Okay, so you told me you wanted to play Omen, so today we're gonna learn Omen. His wrist ability is his TP, so it puts on this shadow, and wherever you're looking, and you click, teleport. It is audible to enemies, just a note. And wherever you're like looking during the TP is where you'll be looking when you come out. So like this way, straight, like so. So his next ability is his blind, his paranoia. This is a flash. Like this. It's a big projectile, like this. Anyone in this zone will be deafened and nearsighted. It's really good because you can't shoot it, you can't dodge it, you can't turn it. But it is a near sight, so if you're next to someone, they'll still be able to see you. They'll still be deafened though. And then his main ability is the smokes. So you press E, it takes you into this dark vision. If you press your reload button, you can come out into normal vision, but you shouldn't really use this that often. It's a lot harder. But if you left click, it'll push the smoke forward. Or sorry. If you right click, it'll pull the smoke back. And this little green triangle is where the smoke will land. So say I wanted to put the smoke on this box. The green triangle is on the box, so I'd press
cover going out.
The smoke on the box. Say I wanted to smoke vents, throw it like this, and it shows me the edge of the smoke.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke's there. Say I wanted to smoke mail, I'd put the edge right here.
Shadows traveling.
Smoke like this. So it's fairly simple. His ult is a map, and anywhere you click, you will TP. And this makes a game-wide noise, and it makes a noise at your location. So be careful for people like hiding behind corners, trying to wait.
Watch
you're in
them
a shadow
run.
form where you're TP.
My ultimate is ready.
And you have vision of the area around you, so you can see all of
Watch
this,
them
see
run.
enemies and everything.
My ultimate
If they
is
shoot you,
ready.
it'll just send you back, like this. So that's the basics of Omen. Those are his abilities. So how should you be playing Omen? So usually on defense, you're playing Omen like an anchor. So let's take Split for example. You've been in this map before, you kind of know what's going on. So Omen will usually start over here somewhere on B side, anchoring B side. And a good thing to do as Omen is to just chill and calm things for your team. So like if you hear a lot of enemies running to B,
Cover going out.
here in main, because now this smoke makes it awkward for this team trying to come out here because they have to peek out of the smoke, right? This exposes them to multiple angles. And you're throwing the smoke here to allow your team to stall and allow your team time to rotate. And then if they're flooding out, you just pull out your blind and you chuck this shit main.
Blinding.
And now all of these guys trying to flood out are blind and nearsighted. So that's like kind of your game plan, very basic game plan on Omen. On defense, you're just an anchor. You're holding sight,
Stealing sight.
when they're coming out, and smoking.
Shadows traveling.
So one advanced tip that I'm gonna leave you with because it's really fun and it's really effective is blind TP combo. So when you blind someone, they're deafened, so they can't hear you or see you because they're nearsighted. So a good play is to blind someone
Sight.
and then TP behind him. So say there's a guy here, he's coming out. I know he's here. I blind.
Blinding.
He can't see me. I TP behind him. He can't hear the TP. I shoot him with that. It's more advanced, but it's really fun and it's my favorite thing to do, and it's really effective. So on attack, your job as Omen is to smoke things that need to be smoked. So like on split, every round at the start of the round, you're gonna throw a smoke right here, male.
Cover going out.
What this does is it makes this guy playing male unable to contest it. So he either has to swing out the smoke dry, use util to come out the smoke, or whatever. But he can't see mid. So this gives your team a lot of mid control. So a theme you'll hear me say is space control, like map control. That's really what your job is. Your job is to cut up angles to make sure that the enemy team loses map control and that we can get map control. So say we're pushing mid, this isn't smoked, nor is this. It's really awkward, right? Because you have to clear both these angles at once.
Cover going out.
You smoke male, now you don't have to worry about this. All you have to worry about is vent, right? Obviously, people can walk through smokes. It's not like it's a wall. But usually, this is bad because they're coming out no info, and if they come out with no util, then they're just gambling. So usually they're gonna come out of smokes with util, like flashes. So every site and every map has like default smokes you should be throwing. So I'm just gonna go down the list and show you general smoke philosophy on each map. Okay, let's start on split, because again, you're familiar with it. So this is for attack. These are all gonna be for attack. So if we're pushing B, the ideal smokes are here, CT.
Shadows traveling.
Looks like this. And the other smoke you want to throw, this one's a little tricky to throw. It's easier to line it up with your minimap like this. is heaven, right? You don't want there to be a gap between this wall and the edge of the smoke.
Cover going out.
Heaven. That's not heaven. So those are the two smokes you want to throw.
Shadows traveling.
For mid, you smoke male, like this.
Shadows traveling.
Smokes male. And for A, you smoke screens back here.
Cover going out.
Like this. And you smoke heaven. So you want to smoke like this.
Cover going out.
So one thing to note, I'm going to say this because this is the first map I'm covering. When you're throwing smokes, you want the smokes to be flush with the doorway or the entranceway. So notice how a smoke like this,
Shadows traveling.
this would be bad. Because what this smoke does is it allows them to play in this smoke and come out the entrance, and now they can peek you from here. They could maybe even jump into here like this. It gives them a lot of options is what I'm trying to say. So you want to throw your smokes where the edge is flush with the door. This is really important. I want you to remember this.
Cover going out.
So look at this smoke. This smoke gives them no options. They can't like play in it. They can't like work out of it. They either have to full commit out of the smoke or they have to sit in the smoke. There's no room
Here.
for them to play here. They have to just respect it. That's what I want you to remember when throwing these smokes. You always want them like this.
Shadows
You want it to be
traveling.
flush. Flush with the entranceway, so it doesn't give them any room to play in. Okay, we're on Abyss now. The smokes for A side will look like this. This one's a little tricky. You kind of have to look at your minimap here. One heaven,
Shadows traveling.
and the other one will go either here, CT,
Cover going out.
blocks out this guy, or alternatively, I like this one better. Remember, the smoke lands where this triangle is. So you want to put it right here in the corner of this box.
Cover going out.
And this is a one-way for this guy holding here. A one-way means you see, so if this guy's standing here, from your perspective, in main over here, you can see half of his body and he can't see anything. That's what a one-way means. So this smoke is really good.
Shadows traveling.
For mid, the smokes you want to throw look something like this.
Shadows traveling.
Just be mindful of this gap on this side, because there is a gap here. Alternatively, you can throw it a little deeper once you have deep mid control, like this.
Cover going out.
Like this. Sorry, it's hard to see. And then for B, your smokes want to look something like this. Smoke heaven.
Cover going out.
Smoke CT.
Shadows traveling.
So it'll look like this. Alright, bind. This map's a little tricky. The smokes you throw are gonna look something like this
Cover going out.
on this box for heaven. And another one you can throw will either be here, like this,
Cover going out.
for your guys coming out showers. Alternatively, you can just chuck the other smoke right here with that one on the truck.
Shadows traveling. Shadows traveling.
It really just depends on if your team is coming through showers, which most of the time they will be. So most of the time, you're gonna want to be throwing this truck smoke, like this,
Cover going out.
and this smoke back here, like this.
Shadows traveling.
And then for B, so the smoke you can throw is here in hookah.
Cover going out.
This is to take hookah control for your team. Right, because now the guys on site can't fight us. Once you have hookah control and you're ready to execute, you want to smoke elbow like this.
Shadows traveling.
You want to smoke CT. like
Cover
this.
going out.
So it'll look like this. Alright, corrode. It's my favorite map. Smokes are gonna look like this for A. So your options are either here,
Cover going out.
and this is a safer smoke because it covers all of this. Usually your team's gonna want to fight through here though, so the smoke most of the time should look like this,
Shadows traveling.
like that. And then your other one, when you have control of sight, you want to smoke deep back here in CT,
Shadows traveling.
like this. So that's A. So for mid, you could smoke either deep mid like this,
Cover going out.
This one covers window, so you don't have to worry about window. Another smoke you can throw, this one's better, this one's scarier though, is you line it up like this, with this wall. Throw it like this.
Cover going out.
This exposes you to window a teeny tiny bit. But this smoke is a lot better for getting wind control, which is really what you're working with for. And then finally for B, smokes are easy. Smoke up here, heaven, like this.
Shadows traveling.
And then you smoke link, like
Shadows traveling.
so it'll look like this and like this. Alright, Haven, this map's a little weird, it's got 3 sites. For A, smokes are easy. You smoke heaven like this.
Cover going out.
And you smoke CT like this.
Cover going out.
Heaven. CT. Boom. For B, you don't usually just raw like hit B. But if you were, you would smoke.
Shadows traveling.
Here.
Shadows traveling.
Boom, boom. And then for C, smoke garage, which is here, like
Cover going out.
smoke CT over here, like
Cover going out.
and it looks like this and like this. Okay, sunset. For A, you're smoking here on ramp, like so.
Shadows traveling.
Looks like this. And then you're smoking CT back here.
Shadows traveling.
Looks like this. Looks like this. For mid, you're smoking top mid. Simple. Like this.
Cover going out.
Looks like this. And then for B, you're smoking market over here.
Cover going out.
You can smoke deep stairs like this. This is pretty bad though, it gives them a lot of space to play for taking site. But usually I like to hold my smoke for here Boba once we take site.
Shadows traveling.
And it looks like this. Okay, and then Pearl. So these smokes are gonna look like this. For
Shadows traveling.
and then one CT like this.
Cover going out.
So it'll look like this and this. For mid, you don't really need smokes. You're not throwing any mid. And then for A, your smokes look like this.
Cover going out.
And like this.
Shadows traveling.
So this would look like. Boom. You can throw this one deeper, like deep here,
Shadows traveling.
which is probably a little better. So it looks like this instead. That's one here.
Cover going out.
This is what they look like. You don't want to smoke this. So one more important thing that I want to teach you, and this is one of the most important things to understand when you're playing smokes, is knowing the placement of the smokes is important, but knowing the timing is better. So let's say for example, like I'm pushing site, and my team is already on site,
Here.
right? And I'm just now throwing smokes,
Cover going out.
right? These are useless.
Shadows traveling.
Team's already taken site. Or let's say for example, I'm throwing the smokes too early, right? And I threw these smokes right as the round starts, and now as my team is coming on site, they're fading right as we're pushing site, and now these sight lines are exposed again. It's a tricky thing to learn, but you want to time the smokes with the execute. So you want to smoke when your team's about to come out, right before they come out. It's like when we're
Shadows
gathering up the
traveling.
execute, and we're getting the util ready. That's
Cover
when
going
we're throwing
out.
the smokes. And then we pop the flash,
Blinding.
and then we're
Up
jumping
there.
on, we're dashing out, we're site, or we're gonna bomb down, blah 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 blah. So that's one thing I want you to think about when you're playing smokes, the timing of your smokes. And I think that covers it. That's all the maps, all the default smokes. Obviously, there's a lot more you can throw. And actually, so another type of smoke other than your default smokes are like your retake smokes. So let's say we're defense and the enemies have the bomb down, and we're trying to retake site and defuse, right? So a good retake smoke. Obviously, if they're playing main.
Shadows traveling.
But say you're coming out here, and you don't want to worry about like this.
Cover
angle.
going out.
There's smoke here, and now the guys, sure, they're probably playing in the smoke, which is annoying, but now you don't have to really worry about this angle as you're coming out, so it lets you take this fight with a little bit more confidence. I'll give you another example on B. So let's say we're in defense, the bomb is down. A good retake smoke would be like here,
Shadows traveling.
because it blocks the guys playing long. Alternatively, you could throw like a smoke like this.
Cover going out.
This obviously hurts your teammate who's trying to, if their teammate was playing back here. But if we don't have control of Hall, and there's an enemy playing here, now he's just sitting in the smoke, and he either has to peek out of the smoke, peek out of the smoke. I hope this makes sense. It's not like a defined thing. Like, it's not like throw these retake smokes every round. Because some rounds it'll be troll, and some rounds they'll be good. It's kind of a thing that you develop as you play more, and as you play more with us, we'll tell you, and it'll be obvious when you're throwing bad smokes. I don't expect you to be perfect right away, but I hope that this little like overview of Omen's kit, how to use his kit, and like the default smokes helps a little bit. He's a really deep character. He has the most depth in the game, and it takes a while to learn him, but it feels really rewarding once you get good at him. So just keep at it, and ask me if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. And good luck.